One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Adkins. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Fires into traffic and intercepted.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the... And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, You better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
The gift to the back. Creates a little room.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes that Alabama offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Meadows. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires downfield. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run on the doorstep. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. He leaves it with his back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They've got the screen set up. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The lone back's got it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a huge play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays.
Touchdown tie! A great catch and run for 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
14, South Carolina, 0.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it up. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score.
Gets away from one, finds room. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. So now it's 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Bringing the heat. Buys a little time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Got his man on the right. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Defense in press coverage. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking for room. It's Adkins. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. From the gun. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Adkins. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bama! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he used that patented spin move to pick up a few extra yards. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burks. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
That is a huge way to end this half. Man, cutting into the lead, gaining the momentum. Nice job finishing the half with some positive vibes going into halftime.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going right to work up top. Spits it out to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Atkins. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Burks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker is Hoffman. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
To the air on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
He's got it. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Alabama! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
South Carolina, 10.
And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The RPO, it's complete. At the 40, there he goes. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field, ready to fire from the pistol. Looking to throw on first down. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Makes the grab on the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The give. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quickly to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. handoff to the single running back.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Plows through the defense. Inside the 45. It's a running room. Touchdown tie. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They go to the ground. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Hand off from the shotgun. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open. No, he got loose. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through. The Gamecocks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The quarterback keeps it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Get set.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.